I have some
shoutcasts. Generals, gentlemen.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Generals Gentlemen. As always, we are your illustrious hosts. I am Archon Hawk.
And I'm Orange Machine. What the hell did you say?
Illustrious hosts,
What does
man.
illustrious mean?
It means we're awesome.
Does it?
I think it does.
I don't believe you. You're
I
making
went
up...
to school.
No, you didn't. You're only head boy. Pfft. Anyway, guess what? Guess what, viewers? I have awesome news. I have a silent mouse. Hey, can you hear that? I bet you can't, can you? Because it's silent. Anyway, let's get back on track.
Today we have a nice matchup for you with Micro down the bottom as the GLA demo, and up top we have Murder as the USA. Callum, help me out here.
USA Laser.
Thank you.
And of course, it's Murder versus Micro again. These guys, they absolutely love versing each other, and that's what they do a lot. I think this is our third shoutcast between these two.
I think so, which is a lot of fun. It's always fun games watching them play.
Yeah, and as you notice, we do have the little scoreboard tally up here, actually having a list of their previous wins and losses so far, but we do have a really forward dozer. Why the hell are you that forward?
Just like
you don't need to be
around,
there.
checking out the buildings.
Go away. Go on. Get the safety. But we do have a tech terror coming out of Micro now with 3 terrorists. That's actually all he needs to deny a supply or a factory.
Nice
so that's
and early. Good to see.
5.
5 terrorists.
Meanwhile,
terrorists.
a whole bunch of RPGs, so we might see several tech terrorists at once because he has enough terrorists and enough RPGs as well. And actually getting a pretty cool demolition trap there to actually protect against the Humvee will be enough though against that one there.
We do see a hole doing a lot of damage to the V, but V is starting to run over the workers and will not actually run into the advanced demo trap.
Only killing 2 of those workers though, so that talent was actually keeping some of those workers alive. And we do have a tech terror going to take down that supply there as well.
Supply does go down, and that V is right next to the advanced demo trap. Rangers finishing off the last terrorist, but that supply does in fact go down. Hopefully we'll be seeing another one just chilling
Don't
there.
go that way!
That's
There's
a bad way to go. Oh,
wow,
very nasty.
He didn't move though, did he?
No, he didn't. There was a manual detonate there.
Oh
my
yeah,
friend.
it must have been. Well done. So we have quite a lot of Humvees on the field from Murder, getting another supply now. What confused me though is why the hell did Micro get 4 terrorists? He only needed 3. He's delayed demo. He should have known this. Probably did.
We see another few technicals coming out, and along with a quad from Micro down the bottom. So I'm expecting a tech RPG there, and we see the B's going to deny the tunnel of Micro down the bottom left.
Yeah, that is such an important tunnel to get, because then it means you can harass it quite easily. What's good to do is build a tunnel like over here, because then the USA won't scout it. Like if you put a tunnel over here, obviously the USA is gonna see it, and then they're gonna deny it. But now the RPG is gonna probably take down some of these Chinooks. The Humvees will swoop in now.
We've got a worker there throwing down a tunnel, so hopefully they'll be able to defend long enough to get that tunnel up. But B's doing a lot of damage to those RPGs and moving the B's away from danger.
Yeah, definitely needs to get the quads in front so the RPGs do not die quite as easily. But there is no ambos to repair, so that Humvee's going to have to repair the good old-fashioned way from the War Factory. But maybe he won't. We could just get one of those repair drones and do the same thing. So there's a whole bunch of Humvees against these tech RPGs and quads, but the tunnel has gone down now, and with that tunnel...
Another 2 RPGs are going to be popping out. We're not seeing Micro moving his vehicles in front to take the damage from the V, so these RPG troopers are going down quite heavily, but 1 V does go down, 2 Vs go down.
Wait, what, 1? Oh, it's 1, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, it was 1.
But
yeah.
definitely, Murder's trying to poke in and out, getting as many of these RPGs down as he can, and they're not really doing that well against him, but the laser locking is going to take out these quads, and now the RPGs are firing off their shots, taking down many of these Humvees. They're
2
not
Vs
very
going
good.
down, it's a really effective push. They're moving in the technicals and the RPGs at the same time, so this is a really effective push from Micro, just meaning
Chinook's even taking shots there as well. The Chinook's going to die to these quads. The Humvees are going to keep them alive, taking out some of these technicals, maybe even some of the RPGs as well. The Chinook
is surviving!
Oh! It goes down.
Crashing down!
But I would like to see more than just Humvees, like Flash Vs, or even Ambos. Ambos are so good at crushing RPGs because of their rocket resistance and their cheap price. It costs 500. That's not even 2 RPGs. But now so many Humvees now.
4 Vs are going in, and we don't have a lot of RPG troopers, so the Vs are going to do a lot of damage against those quads if you can move them in correctly. getting caught out a little bit, but doesn't move them away in time. He's just losing quad after quad, so he really does need to back them back into the tunnel now. He's not actually going to manage to take down that many Vs. One V does go down.
Really good kiting there, taking down all these vehicles without losing
Very
much.
effective.
I think the problem, what's happened now for Micro is that Murder's been taking out these RPG troops, and it's been costing him quite a fair bit to do so. And once he took most of them down, Micro didn't bother building more RPGs. He just kept building more vehicles. And the RPGs were doing so well. He really should have built more RPGs instead of just vehicles, because technicals and quads are not very good against Rockvies, if they're microed correctly.
Yeah, this is really aggressive play from Micro, meaning he's mining right now with like pretty much uncontested. We do see middle supply there from Murder, and he does manage to sell that supply there down the bottom.
So good work there, actually getting that middle supply, because that's going to make up for the fact he's losing that bottom supply. If he didn't have that middle supply, he'll be behind, because it's 2 against 2 despite having the harassment there. But the quads are going to take down 2 of those Rockvies there. So good work. He got the laser tank. Fantastic.
I haven't seen maybe another Tech Terror might be an effective idea to take down some of the buildings while those Vs are being focused.
At least just build more RPGs, because those RPGs were doing so well against those Humvees before you started losing the technicals. But there's a lot of forward tunnels. I like to see a forward barracks, or at least just even send them in through something. But here comes several Scorpion tanks. Fantastic.
The rocket upgrade, always a lot of fun to see.
Yeah, they can burst down Humvees very fast with that Scorpion rocket, and there's also laser tanks, so we're going to have tanks versus tanks, as well as the quad RPG terrorist and Rockvies mix as well. It's going to be interesting to see who goes on top. But look at the out of positioning.
The army's getting split up by that big hill there, which is doing a lot of damage. So that Laser Crusader is taking up a lot of damage. Will maybe go down. Does in fact go down.
Look at that. No, it doesn't. It
survives. It survives.
Look at this kiting. This is just such good Micro from Murder, keeping everything alive. He's really abusing the long range that USA units have over GLA.
Losing all those RPG troopers there, which means that the quads and Scorpions are going to take a lot of damage from those effectively kited Vs.
Good work, repair drones there. I don't need ambos, I have repair drones. Meanwhile, there is a worker here getting a full scout on these Chinooks there, so we might actually build a tunnel. Good work there. If he can take these garrisons, basically those garrisons are going to be very important. They both Murder has a barracks there, so he can take the garrisons. Likewise, Micro could just garrison them with the RPGs from that tunnel. So those garrisons are going to be very important. We're going to have to see someone rush them first, otherwise they could lose the middle, which is very important to hold. But I think that in that earlier engagement, that hill there really blocked off Micro's units, and that really caught him out of position.
Now we see the V's moving in. Yeah, V's moving through the middle, take up the tunnel off Micro.
Yeah, because against USA, you really need to have good positioning. Otherwise, you can lose units when they should be behind or in front. But an Avenger now is going to be absolutely fantastic at zapping down the Scorpion tanks, because the rockets are doing most of the damage. So likewise, the Rockvies are just kiting. He doesn't have Search and Destroy, and yet he's doing such a good job of actually kiting these Rockvies. So I feel a little bit sorry for Micro losing so many units here. He really needs more RPGs. And the tunnel, they're getting caught in the tunnel. He's just losing so much stuff. It
does actually save that Scorpion, but now those tunnels are going to get taken down by the Vs. I really like that, mixing in just a single Avenger just to deal with the Scorpion rockets, and they're pretty much made redundant in that move.
Yeah, likewise, if you just get like 1 or 2 Paladin tanks, it does the same, but obviously because he's laser, he cannot get Paladins. But that's okay. But meanwhile, no players have actually got their oil so far, and we have seen a Search and Destroy go down. So right now, Murder's absolutely nuts Micro is going to be even stronger because he has Search and Destroy now. Losing these tunnels, that's going to hurt Micro's map control against this supply here.
At the same time, we do see Micro pushing through the middle, doing damage to those Chinooks. One Chinook may actually go down.
But Murder did actually manage to get those garrisons, and that's very important, because then it forces Micro into getting some Toxin Tractors, which are very easy to focus down because they're very weak, even despite the fact that they got a price decrease in 1.6. So they're cheap and spammable, but they're not very strong. They die pretty easily, but they will take out the garrisons.
And the garrisons do go down because the buildings are all in the way of each other, so they can't actually hit the Toxin Tractors. Hopefully we're seeing a Contaminate down the bottom from that. No,
supply does go down. So with that engagement, I mean, Micro was losing quite a fair bit, but he did really well of denying that bottom supply the entire time. But basically, unfortunately for him, had he had just like 1 quad or a couple of RPGs in his garrisons, he would have denied the middle supply as well.
Yeah, we see a Marauder tank as well being mixed in.
Yeah, so
Micro,
Scorpions, quads, Marauders, RPGs, Technicals, Toxin Factors. What else do you need? He's pretty much building everything, and that's really awesome to see. Is people actually mixing in pretty much everything to do their own little niche thingy.
I really like to see maybe some garrison captures here from Micro, because I don't think he has ranges with flashbangs. I doubt.
I'm not sure.
Flashbangs, so taking control of those garrisons could especially with RPG troopers, can do a lot of damage to those bees. But we do see one Scorpion getting caught a little bit out of position, but does survive there.
Not even mad, but there's just so many. Oh, a Jarman! We missed the Palace go now. We have a Palace down, and now a Jarman's going to be so good at sniping down that Avenger. And with the Avenger down, then the Scorpions will do a lot more damage with those rocks. The Flashbang's going to take out the Garrison.
Flashbangs. Does have Flashbangs. A good choice there from Murder. Predicting taking of Garrison there.
I mean, Micro keeping some of those RPGs alive, we did lose several of them. So now there's quite a big engagement here. The Jarman's going to take down what
Jarman is quite out of position at the moment.
Oh, the Flashbangs are ripping through the RPGs!
Flash Bs are very effective. They're just ripping right through those RPGs.
Yeah.
This is really
with
effective,
the help
actually.
of that Avenger tank, because normally you can just focus them down very easily, because they don't have that much range, Flash Vs compared to Rocket Vs, but with the Avengers they'll keep them alive. Laser tanks are going to engage what they can. He has Search and Destroy, so laser tanks have quite a fair bit of range, as well as the Humvees. Where is the Jarman? Did he die?
No,
Jarman's
just
right there!
right in the middle.
How you doing, Jarman Kill?
Sniped.
So that is why you always get like at least one spy drone, because not only that, but like the main thing is demo traps. Like he could lose all these to one demo trap. He has no detection, but now the Scorpions.
Rockets.
Oh,
Avenger
look at that!
caught way out of position.
Oh, the butt
Jarman
rapes.
does snipe the Avenger, in addition to the fact that it was caught way out of position. So a lot of bees did go down there. At least 3 or 4 went
He
down.
might even garrison that. Nope.
No, just
Okay.
walks over it. Jarman.
Oh, he
dies
killed his
to
own
Toxin.
Jarman!
He killed-
Whoops.
Whoops a daisy, buddy. Moving that Toxin Tractor in does actually lose Jarman. Very unfortunate there, and his entire army.
That made me so happy when all of those Rockvies just got bursted down by those Scorpion tanks, because the Avenger wasn't there. And now we are seeing rocket buggies come out as well, and there's no Avengers, so we will lose all of this stuff to buggies. Buggies are so good when you don't have Avengers or Paladins to zap down their rockets.
And he's not actually watching, so those bees are going to be moving out of position, and we see a command center going down from, moving in. Oh, that's going to be dangerous.
Catch ya!
Catch you later.
Catch ya.
Rocket buggy moving out of the way, so will not die.
The oil derrick has gone down from Murder, so now he's going to have a bit more funds, as well as the fact that he has map control. We also have a command center going down, and I don't think we have the same from Micro. No, we do not.
We do see a black market.
Two black
markets going down, which is good for some late game economy, and 4 terrorists there, so probably going to go for a tech terror, maybe taking out the strat center or something like that.
I always love it when people tech terror like in the mid to late game. Like a lot of people, they pretty much tech terror all the time against the USA in the early game, but then they don't do it ever again, and it can be so effective at taking down key buildings like strat centers, because then they lose the search destroy. But now the tech terror is going to come in, will get caught by this laser patriot here. Yes, it probably will take some shots there, but it will get past that, and it will take another shot, but just getting away of the supplies in time. Will it take down that supply there? No, it's going for the strat center.
Strat center all the way. We see the terrorists coming in. This is going to be very funny to watch.
And now with that going down, he will lose the search and destroy.
Search and destroy is not there anymore.
And
we do see another Jarman coming up as well from Micro.
And hopefully he won't lose this time, and actually keeping that technical alive. So that was actually good work there. Micro not being greedy and taking out the supply, but actually figuring, no, I can take out the strat center. And it's so much more important taking out the strat center than it is to take out the, the supply yard. But we do see a drop zone gone down, only one though, as opposed to
the 2 black markets that are gone down here. But we do see some rocket buggies popping out, but double the amount of Avengers we had before. We do now have 2 Avengers, which is going to be fairly effective, but they are out of position, and one of those laser critters decided to survive. We see the rock bees moving in, hiding the buggies away, because they are no good in a big massive exchange like that.
Yeah, so Micro really doesn't actually have that much stuff. I don't know if that's all he has, is these buggies and
got a lot of tunnels. That's
look
about
at this.
it.
Murder has such a huge army. He could really make a push work.
But
if he
no
just pushes
spy
his way
drones.
through. Yeah, no detection. But I mean, so he might lose it to like a tech demo trap. There's no demo traps there anyway.
Demo
taking out the Avenger. The technical use the demolition ability to take out the Avenger. That's going to be very important. And the other Avenger goes down to the Jarman.
So these buggies are going to do a lot of damage to those beasts.
He's going to cap it though. Jarman take down the missile defender, so he cannot recap. What the hell? What the hell? He just died or something.
Yep. No idea what happened.
But there's no Avengers, so the buggies are absolutely ripping through these units, especially now
they have the double ammo
that's
upgrade.
Right. But meanwhile, there's such a huge army here. How is he going to deal with this? The Avenger is down, and the Rockies are going to actually rip through them. One of them goes down.
One buggy goes down, and we will see the second Rocky going down before it can take out another buggy.
Colonel Burton? No, it's not Colonel
No,
Burton.
he does pop out some laser.
Oh no, he's losing so much stuff there. He's going to actually take down the supply as well. So this really is not looking good for Micro. He really needs to pull something out of his arse to actually keep him in the game. Search and Destroy has gone down again. So denying that strat center took down
really
the Search
smart,
and Destroy.
rolling in that Rockby and then popping out the troops just to hold the buggies where they were, so they couldn't actually take out the rest of his army.
Yeah.
So Motor did actually manage to do a lot of damage to that supply, but now we see only one Avenger against.
What are you doing?
Avengers way out of position, and one of those laser tanks will in fact go down.
They have so much range with search and destroy. No, but I absolutely loved the play Micro did. How he took down one of those Avengers with a technical, and then Jarman sniped the other. So he effectively took down all of his point laser defense, so the buggies could just rip through all those armies there. What is that flashbang doing?
He's just chilling there, gonna have a bit of fun.
Another Jarman is going down now, so the Jarman's gonna probably keep stuff alive because the Jarman is just so crucial at sniping down those Avengers.
As well, we didn't see a lot of damage there from Murder's push. We did see the supply, of course,
Denying
going
his
down,
supply, though, yeah.
which is a fairly big move. But other than that, we see an 18 airstrike now coming in.
Uh-oh.
Which is going to do a lot of damage. Probably going to take out... Oh!
The Palace!
The Palace, man. Palace does go down, and the two black markets down to the holes only now, which is really good, as it's going to stop the income coming in for the next X amount
I actually
of
don't
minutes.
know.
Yeah,
It's like 30 seconds.
I think it's about 30 seconds to a minute. Is
So, yeah, it's definitely looking good for Murder because he's just ballsing out so many supply drops. And look at that, he's got 5 drop zones going down as opposed to Micro's 2 black markets. So I definitely think Micro needs to really do something awesome here because he's also mining from the middle.
With
so,
like 4 chips, that's really going to... He's got a massive amount of income coming in, as well as having that bottom oil as well. So he's got a huge income.
Oh, I
coming
didn't
in.
even realise that.
Rolling in some
no one has a
more
refinery though.
troops now.
Yeah, so Micro is just falling further and further behind.
But we see Jarman here. He's going to have no trouble with those.
This is your moment to shine.
Yeah, Jarman. Yeah, Jarman.
Alright, got this. So there's quite a fair bit of laser Crusaders as well as these Avengers and Rockfies, so he is mixing in quite a strong army there, basically dealing with anything he can. Avengers taking out the rockets from the buggies, the Crusaders and the Rockfies just dealing damage to not only the buggies but then also quads, scorpions, pretty much anything he can really deal with, and even Pathfinders as well. So that'll actually, probably got several of those Pathfinders inside the Rockfies could actually take down the infantry, but there's so many quads. Where did the quads come from? I didn't see them being built.
A lot of quads as well as mixing them in with the rocket buggies. This is going to be a fairly interesting push here from Micro.
Uh-oh, so he's going to take out the oil derrick, and that's going to do a little bit of harassment damage, but that's just such a small factor against all of the other things that Murder has going for him. But we do see an airfield. That's going to be a perfect counter against the buggies, but there's too many quads to actually deal with that. So there's a huge push coming in from Murder with these Rockfield laser tanks and an Avenger. What is Micro's army doing? He's trying to just reconsolidate and just defend what he can, keeping them in the tunnels. Good work there. Actually, we might even see a stealth bomber to actually get the bunker buster for these.
Yeah, I think we might. Which bunker buster will actually kill everything in the
tunnel.
No,
It doesn't kill everything. It ejects everything.
It ejects everything from the tunnel,
yeah,
which will mean pop them out, so they can actually do a lot of damage.
The nuke cannon.
Yes.
They will kill everything. The neutron shells. They're very hard. You need a nuke silo to get neutron shells. But there's this huge armies pushing through. I don't think he can defend, but the demo rebel ambush! Oh my god! Butt rapes!
Oh,
yeah, the butt rapes!
Oh, the butt rapes!
Wow!
Wow, that is a demo rebel ambush. This is even a 1.6. Their entire army was so grouped, coming around that little exchange there. Demo rebel ambush blew everything up. He lost. Let's just count the number of
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it was 9 Avengers, Rockfies, and Crusader tanks. So they're not cheap.
Oh man, and we see those rocket buggies getting vetted now.
And the cashback. So that was absolutely perfect from Micro there. Demo ambushing down all of those. And the thing is, remember, this is 1.6. That Demo Rebel ambush was half as strong as it was in 1.4. It was only 8 instead of 16. Could you imagine if there was 16?
Just amazing play there.
Yeah.
That really kept Micro in the game. That's wow, man, I'm so happy. We see some Comanches there, but with the quad mix, he's not actually going to manage to take out the buggies, which is a bit unfortunate of a build there for Murder. Now Micro's actually mixed in those quads.
So Archon Hawk, is it fair to say that you're wearing happy pants?
I am wearing happy pants, man.
Fantastic.
I'm fairly happy. That was the most amazing demo rebel ambush I've seen in my life.
And that's the good thing about 1.6 is that it nerfs the really overpowered stuff, but it doesn't over-nerf them. I mean, they're still really strong. Like, that Demo Rebel ambush was nerfed, and it was still absolutely amazing balls.
We do see Micro now taking out all the middle garrisons.
Yeah,
wants to have
good
a free push. He doesn't actually want any garrisons there from Murder.
Because getting Toxin Tractor slows him down quite a fair bit. The Rockets will try and engage though with the Avengers, and maybe even the Chinooks as well. So just taking out as many of the garrisons as he can. It's actually a good move there. But the Rockfies are going to take out what they can.
The Rockfies going to focus down on the quads.
Field repair.
Field repair. And we see a Agent Airstrike, unfortunately, in the wrong position as he has backed off his army now.
Had he gone in and taken down like everything in his base, that A10 probably would have actually killed everything, but no, it did not. So the Rockies will engage and take out several of these buggies and the quads, but without these Avenger tanks, they will just absolutely lose them, and the German sniping down one of those Humvees and actually denying all the missile defenders as well.
German is surviving for now, but and has gone stealth again, so he's alright, but the quads are going down as well. If all those quads go down, the Comanche's going to rip right through the buggy, so he's going to...
Where are the spy drones?
Not there.
No, he has his command center, so he could absolutely balls out some spy drones. He has 2 in the one spot, and I think that's it really. But we do...
Nice. USC does tend to forget that he gets spy drones all through the game, so he doesn't
here come the Chinooks.
Chinooks all over the place.
We have Aurora bombers. Woo! Aurora bombers are fantastic at taking out black markets. Ooh.
Oh, we do see German
spy
dying.
drone. See, there we go.
Yeah, well placed spy drone there.
Good work there, Mr. Spy Drone.
You
You are my hero. Look
German
at his
there.
propeller. That's retarded. Yeah, but the thing is with taking out the black market is he's positioned them behind his tunnels. So Micro could easily just eject the quads and actually gun down the Auroras on their way back. Because I'm pretty sure you need 3 Auroras to actually kill a black market. 2 to kill it and then 1 for the tunnel.
This is correct, I believe.
Yeah, whereas like every other thing, the supply drop zones are only 2, internet centers probably like 4.
Yeah, but we do see a lot of supply drop zones there from Murder. So Murder does have a huge economy now, as opposed to Micro's just what 2 black markets at the moment. So
I can't
it's
count
really
that
going to
high.
depend on there's a lot, and he's throwing down another one because he does not even care.
So definitely Murder has quite a fair bit of income, and also looking on his camera, we do see pretty much vision of the entire map. With all these spy drones as well, it's just having units everywhere basically, and this ranger here for
He's
scouting.
taking out those. He's taking those middle garrisons, just being nice and relaxed at the moment. So he's got the garrisons. He
He's
has map
looking very
control.
rich.
He's not being too.
Yeah, whereas Micro has
Top.
pretty poor vision, but what is that? A tech terror? He's gonna get caught by what? Tech terroring with workers.
Oh,
yes,
brilliant.
Basically,
actually managing to take out a dozer and a turret. Now those workers aren't actually needed.
yeah,
I'll let you
he
explain.
was aiming for the airfield though, taking out that Aurora bomber. But at least we maybe know it was there. But at least he scouted the airfield. So getting that scout on the airfield is very important because now he might get some stinger sights also.
We did see Aurora bomber coming in.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Aurora? I can't
here.
zoom that. Good. Hey, look, I'm trying to zoom this very well.
Ew.
What the hell?
He's attacking the
What?
ground and he loses the Aurora to quads. This is a very
hell?
surprising move.
He missed. He
I
didn't even-
don't even know what he's aiming for, to tell you the truth.
Oh dear, dearie. But doing probably another round of worker bombing because he has no supplies. He cannot use his workers. So he's like, well, what can I do with them? He might as well just try and bomb what I can. How's that?
Yep, the workers popped that, and the workers
Yeah,
did
there's only
manage
one,
to
I
kill
think.
another
Kill the
dozer. So that's
dozer.
2 dozers down. So that's actually that's effective use of workers now for demo GLAs. Just use them if you can't bind them. Use them for something.
Yeah.
Blow up the dozers.
So the Aurora is trying to get in the air just to keep it alive because having your airplanes on your airfield is very vulnerable against things like Anthrax Bomb, Devil Rambo Ambush, that sort of thing. But now, what is he going to actually do with them? He
He's
just
got
has so many
massive map
quads.
control now, and
Scorpion
he's
tank?
got Scorpion tank, just the single one, just gonna.
Oh, Devil Rambo Ambush!
Devil Rambo ambush, taking out like 3 or 4 beasts there. I love Demo Rebel Ambush, man. It's so fun.
So not quite killing 9 units, but 5. Well, yeah, can't complain there, can you? But meanwhile, his Micro is using the opportunity just to get more and more buggies and quads. He's so behind in black markets, though. He really needs to get more black markets up, but he will push out with these buggies and quads because Murder's army is quite a fair bit smaller, having lost several of those Rockfies to that Demo Rebel Ambush.
It's a good choice there. Managing to push at the same time he has taken out part of Murder's army. That's the only way he's actually going to get in front now, is to push now when he has the small advantage thanks to the General's abilities.
Because he will catch up with that supply drop zone. And these buggies are vetted, and they're quite scary when they're vetted because they just do so much damage with their range, you can really abuse it. But now we do have even these Comanches haven't actually done anything this entire game. Because he bought them when Micro had no quads. And then when he built quads, he was like, oh, well, I can't use them. I might as well just wait until I can, which is good work there. There's no point throwing away Comanches. You might as well wait until you can use them. But it's just getting so much Rockfies. I don't think Micro is going to be able to do much at this stage with this small army of quad RPGs
Yeah,
here.
he's doing a bit of damage to the turrets.
It's faster than him at least. Oh,
Yeah,
the Jarman's
better.
sniping down the Avenger. And now the
Jarman
quads
is
will try
surviving.
and take down drones. Jarman's going to get... What's he doing
owned.
here?
Not sure. It's probably a scan there. Probably
Oh, yeah, it must have been a scan.
from Murder, which is you gotta be careful when you're versing USA with your German, just because he does have supply. He normally has the spy drones as well as the scan, which means he will detect the German if
Pretty
he is
easily.
out of position.
Yeah, I mean, it's same as like GLA Mirror's late game, and then like they get like 4 radar vans, they just radar scan half the map. But yeah, whereas at least China, you know like what's going to detect you because you can see it. There's only like 2 things that protect, 3, if you could count the cannons. But meanwhile, so he's getting more and more quad buggies, but I don't think it will be enough
He
at
doesn't
this
really
stage.
have enough black markets as opposed to Murder's gazillion supply drop zones. That's just really how many he has. And he's throwing down another one. The nodes are just busy just building supply drop zones all over the map.
So Micro's definitely going to have to rely on some very clutch demo rebel ambushes, sneak attacks, anthrax bomb. He's going to have to use those abilities to make it work. But the A10 strike is going to take down
one of the black markets.
And
Fairly
that's
good
a
choice
third
there.
of his black markets gone. So that's so important, losing them. Whereas if Micro managed to take out one of Murder's drop zones, it wouldn't be that much of a big deal. Because it's like, hey, well, I got 10. So whatever, dude, I'm not even mad. But
Does have all those garrisons in the middle there. I bet that garrison's
Garrisons are
just
real.
been pumping out missile troops and all sorts of
the
stuff.
radar van should be trying to hunt down some spy drones.
Yeah, it would be a good idea just to stop Murder's map awareness. He knows every push that's coming from Minecraft. If we just pop over to his view, and we do see he has a fairly good idea of what exactly is going on.
Everything apart from his base, because obviously battle drones.
Really good
That's
to
a lot of
see.
battle drones.
And we just see Control F there.
Look how much money he had. He has so much money. Like,
Yeah, it's
it's
fairly
no longer
nuts.
a concern for him. We might even see more factories go down, so we can just balls out more and more tanks.
And
but
I'm
look
pretty
at
sure
that.
the Demo Rebel ambush is on cooldown.
It
The
might
Avengers
eject.
are out of position here at the moment.
They're way
Blades-
too exposed, but the tunnel will go down. He doesn't want to risk that. It was very risky. If you ejected everything, you would have died too. Quite a lot of mix there. But
We
the
do see a
sneak attack.
is coming in when the...
Oh, he pushed out and he used that chance, but the Anthrax bomb did actually go down to the Avengers. And meanwhile, these buggies and the quads will take out what they can. There goes the Chinooks, not a big deal
I'm
there.
seeing the supply drop zones go down. We really need to see at least 2 supply drop zones to go down. Otherwise, this is going to be very bad. Micro
Where's his
does
strat
not...
center? He needs to take the strat center.
Yeah, he
Did
doesn't actually manage to take out the
Look at that.
spy.
He
But
actually-
yeah, Jarman's sniping away.
That was really good work there, actually harassing, taking down several drop zones, several buildings, and not actually losing anything. He ejected everything from the sneak attack back into the safety zone tunnel, so he didn't actually lose anything. And we are seeing a bomb truck. Whoa, keep an eye on that. That could be very deadly, especially with that increased Demolicious upgrade. So there's so much stuff here, and I think Murder should be splitting up his army. He should have 2 control
Yeah,
groups.
should at least 2. Just moving in through either side, so it doesn't just lose them. Because I
Yeah.
mean, Rebel ambush is stopped on cooldown. I'm pretty sure it's not
It's
even
been a
on
long
cooldown
time.
there. It has been quite a while now. So with a mass army like that, Devil Rebel ambush right in the middle could do a lot of damage.
Hey.
If you split up your army, it's going to be really effective.
He
So
got
we just see
vetted. The Chinook actually managed to do something. I'm not sure when and how, but he
we
managed
did
to
see
get
a
vetted.
Jarman kill.
Oh,
so.
look at that. The laser tank is actually a bomb truck, and he might take down something. Because he has detection, though. He will take that out. But it's going to go in. It's going to take out the army. Yes!
Oh, bomb truck! I love you so much. This is so effective use of demolitions by Micro.
Oh,
So
and the
like
Demo
4 or
Rebel
5
ambush. Look at that. Taking down everything except for these Avengers. And there's only like 1 tank there.
There's
So,
one quad and like 1 rock beat, but he now is moving the buggies to do a heap of damage. Avengers are starting to
Yes.
buzz them down, but Avengers goes down. Wow, this is so effective here from Micro. He's using his general's abilities so well, just combining them
Wow.
to take out the entire army of Murder. That's why he should split up his army. So you can do that kind of ridiculous damage. You see a Jarman snipe taking down an Avenger, he's going to lose his entire army here, Murder is. That's why his huge economic advantage. Micro is just using the general's abilities so well, and just amazing
look
to
at his
see.
Micro. He's not actually losing anything. And now the Chinooks
Yeah.
are going to take down the jump, but they will get... No, they won't actually.
Yeah,
take it
one
down.
one does actually get gunned down.
Yeah,
so.
that's the thing with Chinooks, is that they're like the ideal, super perfect hard counter to Jarman. Maybe even sentry drones as well, because the Jarman cannot snipe sentry drones.
That was absolutely amazing to see. I
Yes.
mean, that bomb truck's was like, oh, yeah, that's just one of my laser tanks. Actually, no.
Just
It's
kidding! There goes your entire army. Search, yes, so
Search and destroy,
before.
yeah.
Yeah,
The strat center did actually go down, so it was a really
With that
effective
sneak
sneak attack there.
yeah. So that was pretty good, but still, Murder can just rebuild his army because he
Yeah.
has so much money with these supply zones. So Murder can, Micro can use this chance
As we go for
to.
black markets, he does have the
Yeah, that's
3 black
third
markets at the moment, so that's all he's got at the moment. But he's just using his general's abilities really well. Murder really does need to split up his army this time. Please split up your army,
I think
Murder.
he's
We don't
learned
wanna
his
see this
lesson.
again. Here we go. We see some pro-scrolling here from Orange Machine heading in track with the 18 airstrike. Oh, it's coming in, doing a lot of
Pew, pew, pew,
damage.
pew, pew, pew.
Oh,
Taking
does it-
out the black market.
Does actually, and almost a tunnel that just does not actually manage to finish gunning down the arms dealer. That's
So,
really
yeah.
good, taking
So
out one of the black markets.
These buggies are just getting more and more vet, and if he can micro these units, he can do quite well against this army. But look at that, he's splitting up very hard, but I guess, why not? But the thing is, now he doesn't have to split up, because Deborah Rebel Ambush is on cooldown. And the thing is, before, as we said, is you always have to get Spy Drone. One Spy Drone would have revealed that bomb truck, but the Chinooks will actually manage to take down that palace.
Quads are all getting popped down, so that's a really good choice there. Popping out all those, moving the Chinooks in to finish off.
Oh, sneak attack, taking out again. Once Murder pushes out, he sneak attacks into the base and takes down his first thing. He just takes down that
Strat Center, and then supply drop zones is the next target. So we do see another supply drop zone go down. Oh yeah, Micro saying yes, I'll take those supplies. I would love them. Catch you later.
Thank you.
And we see 3 going. Oh, not.
And once again, look at that.
Down.
As soon as the army from Murder gets there, he just says, "I don't want to." Engage. I cannot afford to engage your army, so I will just retreat and lose nothing. I don't think he actually lost anything then.
He hasn't lost units in a long time. He's just been really effective in the
apart from the bomb truck that he lost.
Oh!
Ooh! Yes, so we see the palace is going down again. Meanwhile, he still only has 2 black markets. So he has to keep this up. He really has to keep up these engagements because he's just, he's doing really well, but because of his, because of Murder's advantage, he can kind of keep this up.
Yeah, Murder doesn't actually have a great supply advantage now. A lot of his supply drop zones are getting taken
Look at
out.
5,000.
He's floating a little bit there. We haven't seen actually any more spy drones. We need to see more of them just so he's got a better scout on the map.
We might even see a second Strat Center go down, just so he cannot kill his Strat Center. If he just denies one Strat Center, he has a second one to keep it alive. What happened to the Aurora? It must have died to the quad pushes.
I think it might have done, yes.
Yeah. Oh well, so we have another push of the Rockfies, Avengers, and Laser Tank.
But you've got to be careful of that Rebel ambush. It is not very long before that comes off cooldown, and I just love to see stuff getting blown up.
I mean, there is a pretty big gap there.
Split up there, so
he won't lose
be
everything.
As effective, but so it's good to see he's splitting up a little bit. And he's finally actually going to get to Micro's base. This hasn't happened in a long time just because of all of Micro's use of his generals.
Oh, Rebel ambush!
Waited until they're grouped up attacking the barracks. They all end up in a line and just boom.
Oh
just
my
taking
god.
them out. And the buggies will finish off the laser attacks. He actually hasn't lost a unit. He didn't even lose the barracks. I mean, man, Micro is just nuts. Chinook's coming in, but really out of position just because the quads are there.
Yeah, he probably was splitting up for the rocket barrage. Is it really that hard though? Is it really that hard to go control group 1, attack here, control group 2, attack here? But then again, I guess if he splits up, then he could not probably win those engagements with those buggies and
We do
quads.
see a Jarman coming in here to take out that
scrap.
Laser Crusader as well. Yeah, the scrap is ridiculous on those quads. Every time he pops on that, they're 3-vetted and fully scrapped. So every time he pops on that, the Chinook's going to die so hard, so he can't build Chinooks anymore. And, oh man, this is a great game. He didn't even lose the barracks in that push. Just Demo Rebel ambush, man. It is fairly nuts.
Yeah. You know what I actually would like to see? I would like to see Raptors. I mean, what is it? Another sneak attack?
Sneak attack, but
Didn't actually get off though. And the reason why that is because he just sneak attacked when Murder's units were in his base. Those prior sneak attacks, they were all when Murder pushed out.
We
have an Anthrax bomb
coming in. And now his units are grouped up, and I think it will go off. It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall.
Get out of there! Get out of the Anthrax! What the hell? Why did that Comanche die? But no, even the Avenger will die. That's such a strong ability. Nothing was on the airfield, so nothing died there. But he's definitely making that push work. And now he could have sneak attacked, but he didn't waste it. But he might actually push because he's all his units. That's not even much units.
No, he doesn't have a lot now. He's got like a few
Chinooks, but that's not
going to be
yeah.
very effective against those vetted and scrapped quads. So this is actually been a really good push from Micro. Coming right back. Oh, one of the buggies has been caught out of position, and one of the buggies does go down. That's a bit unfortunate for Micro.
It's been a while
to lose one. Yeah, has been a while since he's lost the unit. So
yeah, I'd like to see Raptors
out of position again. One of those buggies will go down. Does back off in time
because Raptors will take down a buggy in one shot. And with those buggies, when they're that scrapped, embedded, it's very important to actually kill them. Even though it's not cost effective to trade, it is because of Murder's income, and you cannot demo Rebel ambush.
18 airstrike, unfortunately, in the wrong position, does not actually manage to take out any of the units. We do see a Jarman there as well, so hopefully we'll be seeing a sniper.
Is that a bomb truck? That's a bomb truck, isn't it? Maybe he Jarman captured it.
Could be, yes.
Maybe, I think it's too slow to be a bomb truck.
No, it's not a bomb truck. Jarman actually sniped one of the Crusaders before, so
okay.
Yeah,
but actually, they're losing several things with Laser Patriot being cushioned in between his Rockies and the Patriot here. Another Jarman taking out another thing. Where are the spy drones?
There are no spy drones.
But,
we just see that quad just surviving. We see another pixel of health right there.
So there is a pretty big exchange of units, but Murder he definitely has the money.
Oh, we see
10,000 in float.
The Comanches will actually come in with the quads. He's 10,000 floating. That's not good. Murder really should be putting out some more units.
He didn't finish off that quad.
No, that quad's just surviving.
Whoops. So he really needs to just build like an extra 3 factories and just balls out laser tanks, laser and Avengers. And we only see Colonel Burton. Colonel Burton is very good against buggies because you can stealth up to it, and then you can just instantly gun down the rocket buggies. And the quads will take them out.
Yeah,
but you can just
the airfield does go down, and it looks like some of the...
What does he have?
He doesn't have many units. He's got a lot of money, but not many units. So those the supply drop zones are really going to go down here. We did see a scan there, trying to find the Jarman. Jarman is located, but he's behind the army. Well positioned Jarman there. Because he is on very low health at the moment.
Yeah, so how many black markets do we have?
Is off cooldown as well, so this is going to be like this is a pretty dangerous push.
Getting some reinforcements in there, more buggies on their way. Good work.
He does have the ability to then pop the units back into the tunnel and run them away in case there is a big engagement like we see here. But one of those, that scrap prevented quad is taking a lot of damage and may actually go down. No, survives. Popping his units back into that tunnel. One of the quads will go down, however, that's a bit unfortunate. But not a lot going on here. He did lose a couple of Vs there from
flashbang. Oh, the flashbang there. Yeah, he actually Micro using the tunnel to actually give him the health back on not only the laser tank but also the Jarman. Losing some kills, but that's not a big deal. No one cares anymore because you can't really do anything with them apart from dropping ranges to cap maybe. But there's too many quads.
There is, so we see
so
V's being caught out of position, another V being caught out of position. Those buggies will manage to take them down. We just see a laser lock here, but will actually manage to take out a no buggy does in fact go down.
There's only one quad left, so those...
Only one quad, those commandos can do a lot of damage if that quad does in fact go down, so we can move those V's in. Terror ambush! No shits are given.
Oh wow.
Oh well.
I feel sorry for him.
I feel so bad. The way Micro's using his general's abilities, I mean, Murder had this game, and like now he's turned it around so well. This is so intense.
So I think Micro might actually have this now because Murder just cannot build enough. He only has one factory and an airfield. He really needs more production to actually spend his money. But what's this? A fuel air bomb, I think?
I believe it may be.
He could take out all of these. A fuel air bomb is coming to drop the bombs. The buggies
Fuel
are
air
getting
bomb,
caught.
go!
Get out of there!
Oh! He loses 2 buggies, but the buggies are very fast and does not manage to back 3 of them out in time, which is very good.
Because they were the vetted ones. All of the non-vetted ones died, and actually killing his factory. So now the only production he has is this airfield, and he really needs to get Raptors to take out, because Chinooks will just die to quads, whereas Raptors will take out a buggy, then they'll die, but taking out the buggy is so important. But here comes a Spectre gunship.
Gunship does actually manage to take out that quad now.
And now the Chinooks can take down...
Chinooks.
Go!
Oh, Chinooks
Go, Chinooks!
Those buggies are going to do a lot of damage to those buggies. Buggies are all going down. The anti airstrike is doing the... Spectre gunship, sorry, is doing a lot of damage. Oh man, that was really well played. General's abilities here from Micro. Does actually manage to take out the entire push of Micro.
And now, what does Micro have? He hasn't been building any black markets. He only has 2. I guess what his thought process was just, if I can win with this push, I'll be right. If I can't, then I'll be like, what did he have in there? Several things in there. But no, I think it's over for Micro now, actually, because he only has 2 black markets against quite a lot of drop zones.
Yeah.
Because during that engagement, Micro was taking out his units and his production. He wasn't taking out his drop zones. Probably a good thing to do, because, oh, here we go. We've got another sneak attack here. So many quads.
Doing a lot of damage to the ground, producing an airstrike coming in that's going to take out one of the black markets. You see the quads doing a lot of damage to the
Jarman's
Comanches
well
right here.
sniping down the missile defenders. I actually don't like the decision of Murder to retreat the Comanches. He should have just attacked with his Comanches. He shouldn't have retreated them. He even popped the field repair, but now there's 4 quads, and he needs to get some laser tanks. Laser tanks, come on, you really need you to actually deal with these quads. The missile defenders won't...
Losing 2 quads there, 2 poor mismanagement there from Micro. He couldn't really afford to lose them, but see the quads in there. They're gonna selling his supply. Just
is he laser locking the?
Yeah, he's laser locking the units, but once they pop it into the tunnel, they can't actually laser lock anymore. So if the unit popped out again, then it would have
Oh, okay.
Then it would have still been laser locked them.
Popped out. Yeah. So. Meanwhile, Murder still only has the 1 factory. I really would like to see Murder get 2 factories, but we have an Anthrax bomb.
All the Anthrax. But those garrisons have been doing a lot of damage.
Almost killing it. Almost died.
But not quite. We see all the infantry going down. All of Murder's infantry going down. It looks like
even the dozer as well.
Yeah, it loses the dozer. May actually lose that.
The Chinook is repairing.
Kills the repairing Chinook. That's just sad.
Yeah.
Sad for Murder.
So unfortunately, Murder did not have the chemical suits upgrade. That would have actually kept all his infantry alive. And it's a good idea because it's so cheap. I think it only costs 1,000. But look at this. All these supplies are not being collected.
Bit unfortunate placement there. Some quads here from Micro. I really don't know what to do at this point.
Once
maybe
Murder
ambush with some caps instead of demolition or something like that. But it's really
But I think once Murder gets his general's points, once he gets his A10, his Spectre Gun and his Fuel Airborne, he could just bomb the hell out of Micro's base. Whereas, like, with GLA's abilities, you cannot really kill your opponent with just your abilities. You can kill their units, but you cannot kill their base. Whereas with USA and China, but especially USA, is you can just use your abilities to absolutely bombard their base. And because once this black market goes down, that's the entire income from Micro. And so I think Murder could easily take that down with a Fuel Airborne or an A10 or a Spectre Gunship.
That's exactly right, yeah.
So I think Micro has to win before this will happen, because
very quickly, yeah. I think he's saving up his general's abilities at the moment. Most of them are coming off cooldown. He's got no idea what's going on in the map, no map awareness whatsoever. He's got no tunnel sport or anything like that. He really doesn't know what is going on. We just see one radar van, so that's scanning some areas. We see a sneak attack down the bottom. Actually, yeah, from Micro. So really effective, popping out some quads. That's going to do a lot of damage because that laser turret is in the wrong position. Didn't figure that would happen, did you?
And because he's GLA demo, he could actually use the Jarman to demolition those buildings and take down the strat center. But yeah, so it's clever work using the radar van to scout out the map and then rebel sneak attack, because you do need the vision to actually sneak attack.
Hopefully we'll see that strat center actually go down. Yeah, it's taking a lot of damage. Will actually, when in fact go down, hopefully we'll get those quads right back in.
Oh, what?
They all demoed. I
What the hell?
don't understand life anymore.
Oh, it's probably a control group, because he demo ambushed here.
Yes.
And he probably had them all on the same selection. So he just suicided. Even the Jarman goes down.
Jarman does go down. This is really not looking good for Micro. He just did lose all those quads. That's really annoying.
That was a huge miss for Micro, yeah.
Yeah, actually losing all of these abilities because he demoed.
So, but I like how Micro has just been denying this strat center the entire time, taking down that the strat center to deny the search and destroy. So now I think it's over.
It's pretty much over because he doesn't have a lot of a base, and Murder's abilities are going to come off cooldown really quickly, and he's just going to bomb the crap out of Micro's base.
Right. I mean, it's going to be Fuel Airborne, Spectre, A10, and it's like, well, catch you. What else do you have? And meanwhile, yeah, Micro just quits. He probably was talking to him. I don't think he was saying much. Yeah. So that was GG there. I think that miss Micro at the end wouldn't have actually mattered. I mean, it was like 4 quads against, 10 drop zones. So a bit unfortunate there, but it didn't actually matter. Oh, look at this. Look at the supplies collected.
I mean, Micro did so well considering that, Murder had, 2.5 times the amount of supplies. We see, if we just have a look at units destroyed and lost and stuff like that, Murder's just raping through.
Especially, as GLA, having a positive kill-death ratio is pretty fun. But no, I think that was just absolutely fantastic from Micro with the demo ambush, the bomb trucks. But I think it was Murder's mistake, several things. He didn't get the spy, like one spy drone that would have revealed the bomb truck, and your units automatically acquire. They will automatically kill the bomb truck when it's revealed with a spy drone. We also we didn't see Colonel Burton. Colonel Burton would have been ripped through the buggies because he had no stealth detection. He could take out the buggies with the quads automatically attacking something.
Yeah, so that is a bit unfortunate. A couple of mistakes there from Murder. I did enjoy how he grouped his army every single time, just ready for the demo rebel ambush, which is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Micro using that so well. He's just, thank you for your entire army for free. That'll be really nice.
I think Murder should watch some Marine King Prime StarCraft 2, like Marine splits against Banelings, because that's definitely what he needed to do. But no, it is hard to split against demo ambush because it's instant. Like there's no delay. There's like a half a second delay. But I mean, yeah, he really should have just split his army up into 2 groups, because in worst case scenario, he would have lost 2 stuff.
He loses one, and then he can push with the second one. It's not going to matter.
Yeah,
that was a really good that use of General's abilities from Murder up the top with the Fuel Air Bomb and then the Spectre Gunship that actually managed to take out all the buggies of Micro, and he's pushing to win pretty much. So.
Yeah, I think the reason why those sneak attacks were just so effective was because Micro waited until Murder pushed out. Then he sneak attacked, and it worked so well because his army was nowhere nearby. Whereas that one time, I think it was his 3rd one, he sneak attacked when his army was there. So Murder was just like, well, okay, I'm just going to kill your sneak attack. Nothing happened. So yeah, that was an absolutely fantastic game. I loved that very much. And that will conclude today's Shoutcast.
This is the General's Gentleman signing off.
Fare thee well now.